Hi, I'm Tom Clifford.
And I'm Jess Dennis.
And welcome to Red Shoe Speak.
What number is this, by the way?
I don't even know. It's in the 60s. It's in the high 60s. Okay, I want to tell you about this blog posting that I wrote, and I got to read part of it because it's so spectacular. Everybody knows about the Apple iPad and now the iPad 2, and it's really been schooling, if you will, traditional PC makers and the traditional line of thinking with technology in that regard.
Killing them.
So, there was a great article on one of the daily rags I was reading talking about a quote that the interim CEO of Acer had to say about the iPad. And it says, interim CEO J.T. Wang has stated publicly that the success of the iPad is an irrational success and that consumers will soon return to their senses and go back to traditional PCs. So I'm reading that and I'm thinking to myself, first of all, when was the last time calling customers or consumers irrational, if you will? How well does that go over?
Right, probably not likely. Not very well.
No. And
you don't know what you're doing, so listen to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Our stuff is so great, nobody wants to buy it, and it's because the consumers are stupid.
For me, it all comes back to responsibility and, just self-responsibility.
Right.
You have to take responsibility for your actions, the products you make,
right,
your company, the culture, all that stuff. If you're at the top and kind of leading the charge, you can't blame other people. Well,
No.
They have too good of a product, so ours isn't working.
No.
Well, the market's changed.
No, I mean, exactly. I mean, you think that everybody... It's really Apple's fault for the downfall of society. And granted, I have an Apple product here. I have my iPhone. I love Apple products. But is it Apple's fault that they came out with some cool things? And as a consumer, I don't know how many iPads have been sold. 5, 8 million of these things. Are we all irrational?
Totally irrational and crazy.
Completely irrational and crazy? I mean...
Yeah.
the tablet industry is very unique. Many times, like the personal computer kind of went from the business market to consumer, where now the iPad is a consumer-driven device and is pushing it upstream. When are these guys going to start innovating, come out with something cool, so they don't have to blame Apple for faulty stuff?
Did you get comments on your blog?
I did.
What did people say? Well,
people agree with it. And again, I'm certainly an Apple fanboy, and I understand it. But I just think it's really funny that the CEO in a very high-profile position would take a dig on the customer.
Right.
I mean, how long would you be going into your favorite restaurant if the customer said, "Well, you guys are stupid. Mm-hmm. You're irrational." They didn't say stupid. You just say irrational.
Yeah.
Right.
I
think it's just terrible. I just, in this day of social media, you'd think that we deserve a little bit more credit than to get pushed on the irrational train.
I'm wondering what made him say that. Obviously, the success of the iPad, but what internally? I mean, was that a pep talk to his employees?
No, it was talking about as he. I think the background was he was just put in that position. They were asking him, unfortunately, in this day and age, every piece of technology that looks like an iPad form factor or looks like an iPhone form factor is going to be, yeah, but. I mean, it's all, but it's not this. Or how's it up against this? Or how's it do about this? So, and I'm sure these guys are sick of it, but unfortunately, that's their cross to bear. I mean, like it or not, Steve Jobs came out with the idea first. And everyone can say, well, the tablet PC is someone else's idea. You know what? They didn't make it work now, did they?
Yeah. Not as wildly successful.
No, not as wildly successful at all. And I just think it's stunning that you would kind of bag on your target audience.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
No. You're never going to win by calling somebody stupid.
No. So what do you think about it? What do you think about being, if you're an Apple iPad owner, are you an irrational consumer? Or do you know what you're doing and you think that this comment is kind of off base? We'd love your feedback.
Or are you an irrational, very happy consumer?
Yeah, that's okay.
And that might be just fine. Technology changes that fast.
Oh, goodness, does it ever.
Yes.
Pound Red Shoes Speak to be part of the conversation. I'm Tom Clifford.
And I'm Jess Dennis. Thank you.